different junk world now in Vegas. When I started, there was less than 15 of us who were actually licensed. Todd, you remember when I started Chapter 2 hauling, you gave me that fix for questions.
Really?
I do remember, bro. I do.
Yeah, I talked to y'all. He said Chapter 2, but I said, you know what? I think Junk Rescue is a little better right now. I kind of try to tell him he needs a theme with that, like the sirens on the side of his truck. I'm Junk Rescue. I'm coming to rescue your house. I'm gonna get your space back. He needs the Ecto 2 Plaza, the Ghostbuster machine. And I'm gonna come rescue you and free you from that clutter. That's game.
Denise says, landfills, let's chat about the Mafia. Denise, come on. Let's get you on here. I would love to talk about that.
Yeah, come on on.
Junk Rescue, you know.
Hey,
yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Mr. Yee, can you send Denise a link right now? The link I sent you?
Yeah.
To your phone. Can you just send her it on our Facebook?
Okay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Bean says, I try my best to not sub jobs, but when I do, they pay me 10% of the total. But I haven't been feeling many companies out here lately that get bad reviews, aren't reliable, just want money, quality. Gotcha. Yeah. So I like when she said that, it gave me a good idea. You know what I mean? Like I just something, you know, even if it's like $25, $50, it's an extra incentive and all, you know, it helps out everybody.
Hey, Bean, I think that's awesome what you said. I think I think it's very important to get to know, you know, the company outside of the reviews or the business, but to get to know them as a person, whoever you know what I mean? The crew, the owner, whoever may be on the truck. I think that once you get to know them, you know, their morals, how they do business, them as a person, it makes it a lot easier to toss them jobs when you know that you can trust them, you know, outside of junk. So,
for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like
sure.
I know Tall Yee, we all know each other, know what type of guys we are. So it's not a problem to refer business. We know that none of us are going to ever do their clients, you know what I mean, wrong, ever.
Russ says Florida after a hurricane is 2 to 3 hours in the landfill. You could only do two trucks max a day.
What?
Wow. Well, I mean, it makes sense when a natural disaster. You got
day?
everybody in the country coming in.
Denise, I just sent you that link. So check your phone.
And Cisco says, I agree with Yee. So,
what did he say? What did Russ say?
I agree with Yee. I'm thinking of working together with everybody. I'm not sure.
Oh, yes. I think working with everybody and, you know, of course, listening to us creators, because we do this for you guys. And, you know, we put these podcasts together for you guys. And, you know, we want to drop that knowledge and, you know, that game for you guys to, you know, ask your questions. And we're here for you.
Jamie says, I'm just serving such a huge area that I'm learning, but I am starting to make a little off the jobs I can't handle right now. I am too nice and it slaps me in the face.
Okay,
and,
so a lot of times,
Denise, come on. We sent you the link. Mr. Yee sent it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Nice don't pay the bills.
Nice being a nice guy sometimes doesn't pay the bills, and you know, you have to put your pride to the side, and you know, you have to think every time you go to a job, you have to think about your kids, your house.
It's funny when you just
said
Mr. Nice Guy, bro. That was my old. I used to have a weed service back in the day in New York, and that was what we called.
Oh yeah, Mr. Nice Guy, half baked.
Yeah, that's where we came up with that idea, bro.
Mr. Nice.
Yeah. I bet you know about that.
Yeah, you
I
know
bet
Oh,
you.
hold
I bet
on.
he
We
knows
got,
about
we
that.
got
You know what I
royalty
mean?
in the room, guys.
I just got in from a long day.
Bada bing. What is up, Denise? How are you today?
You guys don't have enough hours in the day to hear my landfill shit going on where I'm at.
Well, I want to hear first. Where are you located? That you're going through this craziness with the landfills and all. Where are you?
Well, Republic Services has just been served 11 counts against them with our Attorney General from Springfield, Illinois.
That's it.
And what is it for? What did they?
Well, this goes back to 2018. This is how slow they move, man. They are not burying things properly.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I've got tons of pictures. If I told you, if I ever disappear, that's probably where I'm at.
Oh my God.
Because I'm the one that I'm working with our state senator, our local house representative. I'm working with our county and with a group of guys And I'm the face for the small haulers in my area. And I'm sick of this shit. You know, they raised my contract rates 49% in January because I'm taking their customers for weekly trash.
Oh, that makes sense.
Taking it. Hey, Russ.
Denise!
In the
Hey,
building.
man, what's up?
What's
we
up?
got Russ. Oh Lord.
This is the first time I've been trying to get it in touch. Me and Denise have chatted before, like just through messages, but I just wanted to say I respect everything you're doing. You're kicking ass.
Same here. Same here for everybody that's on this channel. I love all you guys, but look,
Thank you, Denise.
I'm not gonna lay down and
All right,
take
so
this
let's
shit anymore.
Well,
God, fuck 'em.
want to break into all this. I want
Shout
to
out
really
shout out
learn
to-
what's going
Shout
on
out
and
to
all.
Russ.
I
Shout
don't
out
have
to
it. Where's
JD
my
Harlan and
cocktail?
Babe, I need another shot. Can you bring me a shot?
I don't drink, but I can tell you I smoked a lot of weed before I came on here, so fuck it.
Look at my
It
language.
might even came
Hey,
from Solano
I'm
County.
all
Who the
good.
fuck
thinking
knows?
about coming out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? I think I should. With some
707
Lotto,
connection.
cookie, give some diesel. You know, I'm old school. I'm granddaddy. I'm
This
cat.
is like
I'm cat piss. You know what I mean? You know, I'm train wreck. I'm that type of guy back in the day.
Denise is
tell you.
probably like, what are you guys talking about right now? It's a whole
Yeah,
nother
what are you talking
language.
about over here?
so. I'll tell you a story.
I think when you come see the farm, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, wait a minute.
When my grandmother died, she died in California, and that's where I got this tattoo. Right. So my brother and
Oh,
I,
nice.
we didn't have we had nothing to do, so we walked to a tattoo, and it's really the only time me and my brother have ever actually got along and did something together. So anyway, we go in,
Yes, nice.
and it's this Mexican guy, and he's like, "Oh, hey, come on over here." You know, I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
There's a lot of
Then
them
all of
out
a
here. A lot
sudden,
of them.
4 other Mexican dudes come in, and now they're starting to talk, and I'm like,
What's going on?
I'm looking at my brother, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, dude! Like, are we going down right now?" I don't know what they're saying. So then all of a sudden, this white dude comes in, and he's like, "Yo, you got to see the shit we just grew. Let me show you this picture." And I was like, "I got to see this." And he shows a picture, and they took the buds and they stuck them to the wall.
Oh,
They were that
wow.
sticky.
Wow.
They stuck them to the wall, and they spelled the word sticky.
I would have loved to smell that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He goes, "Look at this picture. This is so good. It's stuck to the wall." And he
That's
literally
when you need
spelled the word sticky. I was
That's
like,
when you need
"Oh,
that grinder. You need that
guys,
grinder.
you guys gotta give me a
Yeah,
second.
yeah,
I gotta put
yeah.
everybody quiet for 1 second. I need to hear this
Hear
story from Denise, guys. We really want to get in this because this is like serious. You know, I want to learn what she's going through, and you know, they're trying to push her out, they're trying to strong arm her and all. So let's hear this whole story. Like, who is actually doing this, and what
Okay,
are they doing to you?
I've got 2 major things going on right now. One of them is I'm trying to install a trash compactor at my facility. Okay. So the EPA says you can't go to Russ's house and pick up his shit, put it in your truck, and take it back to your shop. And I said, why not? Once it's in my truck, it's mine. I own it. So I filed for a rezoning. Well, the rezoning, it's an M1. It's called light industrial, which would allow me to have one. Well, I'm 13 days into this, and my city council says, I don't think the planning commission's going to pass it. So we want you to drop out and file for a special use permit. Now, like I told you, I got the senator involved, I got the city involved, I got the county involved. I'm not going away. I said, you all know they raised my rates 49%. For me to be sustainable, I'm not going to put wet goods in there like MSW, like for my trash trucks. It's dry goods. I can put a 34-yard compactor in that will compact up to 3 times. I can get 100 yards in that sucker. So I have to be able to find the way around their loophole, and I'm going to do it. I don't give 2 shits, because if the city passes a special use permit for me, I'm installing one. If EPA shows up, I'm going to go, city told me I could do it. You know, every contractor in our area has a yard. They go, they install their stuff, or tear down fences, or install bathrooms, or gut them. They put it in their truck. They bring it back to their facility and they throw it in their dumpster. Why aren't they harassing them? It's the same thing. So, between the landfill and the city, I told the city I'm about ready to sell my house. If I can find a different county, I told the mayor, I'm not going to give you one more damn tax dollar if you don't let me put in this trash compactor. Everybody around me's got one.
Okay, so how are they, like, where are they tied in that's giving you the problems? Is it they're tied in with your local government? Like, where is the power coming from?
I think the power, if you want to know 100% being honest, I think it's Republic Services. I think Republic Services is in bed with the Illinois EPA. I think they're in bed with whoever. And check this out. I got to tell you guys this is awesome. So last week, I'm bidding on my first municipal trash contract. Okay. It's a small community. It's like 705 people. And I met the police chief, who's also the administrator. And he says, Denise, let me tell you something. Republic came in here. They're not negotiating with us. They're telling me what I'm going to do. And he said, I told him, I don't know who you think you're talking to. And the mayor walks out. And the mayor says, I have a doctorate degree and my police chief has a master's. Don't come in here and insult us. And the chief says, by the way, Denise, your name was brought up 4 times. And I said, $1 billion company? They're telling, don't go with Sparks. She doesn't have the equipment. Don't go with Sparks. She doesn't know what she's doing. I said, you know what I said? You know what I said?
Fuck them.
Big time. Because the chief likes me. I think I sold myself. I'm going on vacation next week, and I hope when I come back, he says, we're going to do it.
But what is your end goal, though? Because, are they ever going to stop?
There is, I can't announce it yet because it is huge and it's tied in with our county. Okay. Our county government is very interested. I'm working with a couple of guys. One's out in Virginia. And all I can say is it's a different type of system where you don't need a landfill.
Okay.
Yeah, so like a lot of those, like Waste Management, Casella, Republic, a lot of those, they have exclusive rights to things. They also try to get exclusive rights. So in Florida, Waste Management has the exclusive rights to all garbage outside of the towns. So like in Florida, the town of Venice can do their own garbage. The town of Northport can. But outside of that, there is legally you're not allowed to have a Sparks trash removal place in there. And so my guess is that Republic probably has places in Illinois where they have that exclusivity where no one else can come. And they understand, unfortunately, they know a lot more about the EPA laws and a lot of them manage the landfills. They don't actually own them. So they manage it. They know all of the back end DEC and EPA stuff. And they just basically try to say, look, don't even attempt to do it. And it's more or less they're trying to scare you. But there are towns and municipalities that do have exclusivity rights, and there's nothing you can do about it because they just write it off and you're fucked.
Well, I can tell you this, that there is no exclusivity with Republic. Republic owns our local landfill.
Okay.
They are the owners of it. They go to each municipality and they beat on the mayor's desk and they try to sell their services. And that's where I'm hoping that the chief will either, one, take us on, give us an opportunity, or two, like 2 of our major local towns next to me, the mayor's called me They said we believe in freedom of choice to let the people choose. And I also heard from our mayor here in Alton, the people are complaining so much about Republic. The contract where I live is coming up next January. And the mayor said they are already in talks about making some changes. So
Yeah.
there's only
Let me
Republic.
ask you this, Denise, real quick.
Sure.
What if you reached out to them and actually go and have a sit down
I
personally?
have.
And did you talk to the head, like the
Yeah.
person? And how did that go?
The general manager, he's a liar. He'll sit right there and lie to your face. He'll send you emails and say, he'll tell you this, that, and the other. And then when you go meet you, I didn't say that. We all know that. I talked to one of the biggest dumpster companies in my area. I have a good rapport with him. I called him 2 weeks ago. We had a really good discussion about the harassment that his company has undergone. So I hated to say, I'm glad it's not just me, but they want the entire landfill for themselves.
Yep. They want to own everything.
Yes, they're running out of space. So they're trying to push all the small haulers out by not renewing their contracts.
Yeah. They'll kick them out and say you can't dump here because if they have no space, they got to use the space for their contracts and their trucks. So they'll kick out all you guys.
2 more years. I hope I live
Cisco-
long enough, guys.
Cisco wants to know, is it an open market? And Cisco's been working for them for 28 years. So he knows a lot about the recology and all. But is it an open market, your area? Denise?
Yes.
It is an open market. Okay.